crazy wedding, Jeff Bezos' wedding, continues to make headlines. Now, apparently we're told that you might have...
Well, head crack, yesterday we talked about Amazon founder Jeff Bezos and his billion-dollar divorce, right?
What if I told you that in the middle of a jaw-dropping $5 billion divorce, Lauren Sánchez was clinging to the edge of everything she thought she owned? With trembling words, desperate pleas, and a voice cracking under pressure, she tried to stop the collapse. Just a few sentences, a few fragile moments, but enough to send shockwaves across the world.
Well, head crack, yesterday we talked about Amazon founder Jeff Bezos and his billion-dollar divorce, right? And Gary, it seems that you be knowing because it's being reported that Jeff has already got another woman, child. That's right, entertainment reporter Lauren Sánchez, who's been allegedly dating him for the last 8 months.
Then came the coldest moment of all. Jeff Bezos fixed his gaze on Lauren. No negotiation, no promises of working things out. Just 2 words, short, sharp, and merciless. Too late. And with that, the illusion shattered. A wedding once hailed as a blend of $1 billion fashion shoot and a royal coronation crumbled into a dead end. Less than a month after the extravagant Venice ceremony, a spectacle that set social media ablaze was gone. Assets frozen, lawyers circling like vultures. The very spotlight she had fought to control suddenly rejected her. Insiders say this wasn't some ordinary divorce filing. This was a carefully engineered take on an ice-cold legal maneuver designed to strip Lauren of everything until she was left with empty hands. Rumors spread of tangled relationships, Jeff Lauren and her ex-husband smiling in public, betraying in private. But Bezos didn't stumble into heartbreak. This wasn't emotion, it was calculation. And when Lauren finally realized the game being played, she begged, she called, she texted, but every attempt was crushed with those same brutal words. Too late. From that moment, their golden empire cracked, collapsing in real time before the world's eyes. What leaked from behind the scenes was even darker, more chaotic than anyone imagined. The question on everyone's lips, was this Jeff's plan from the very beginning? Long before the celebrity guests walked into Venice? Before the custom Valentino gowns? Before the $30,000 dinner and flashing paparazzi, Bezos had already drawn the battle lines. At the center of this chessboard was a single weapon. The prenuptial agreement, not an ordinary contract, but a legal masterpiece so airtight it made people shiver. Whispers spread that it dictated one brutal condition: no matter where they married, divorce had to happen in that same state. This was no ordinary prenup, it was a legal masterpiece, crafted with the same precision Jeff Bezos used to launch rockets into space. Insiders revealed that months before the wedding, Bezos had secretly assembled a team of elite lawyers. Together, they built a financial fortress in agreement, so airtight it predicted Lauren's every possible move before she could even imagine it. And here's the chilling twist. Lauren was allegedly pressured to sign this ironclad contract just weeks before the ceremony. Sources described it as a trap: no room for negotiation, no space for edits. 2 choices only: sign or walk away. In the end, she signed. Fast forward to today. That very contract has become Bezos' deadliest weapon, a document that slammed every door in Lauren's face, locking her out of the fortune she thought was hers. And the harshest blow, a brutal disclosure clause. It stated that if Lauren used the marriage to chase brand deals, media attention, or even the spotlight of fame, every payment would vanish. On paper, it sounded like a normal clause. In reality, it was so extreme that even Bezos himself couldn't marry until the legal teams Amazon's included approved every last detail. Only when they were satisfied was the aisle cleared for him to walk down. Looking back now, insiders believe Lauren may have triggered that clause herself. No wonder. The prenup is now whispered about with a cruel nickname: the $5 billion boomerang, a weapon she signed with her own hands, only for it to circle back and destroy her. The ink on their marriage certificate had barely dried when Bezos detonated the legal bomb, just days after the extravagant Venice wedding, a spectacle so over that even the chandelier supposedly came with NDAs. Jeff Bezos filed for divorce, a $5 billion lawsuit. To the world, it was shocking. To him, it was calculated. Those close to him said it was like watching a rocket launch in slow motion. Painful, inevitable, unstoppable. First came whispers of Bezos restructuring his asset, then silence from Lauren, then boom, the full filing. And this wasn't just a separation. It came loaded with accusations: image exploitation, breach of trust, and a blistering claim that Lauren had used their marriage as a springboard for her own celebrity empire. Legal experts said it wasn't a divorce, it was a demolition. Bezos didn't ask for half. He asked to cut her off entirely. The cruelest twist, Lauren reportedly discovered the news through a legal courier while shopping in Malibu. No warning, no call, just papers in her hands. When she tried to reach Jeff afterward, she was met with absolute silence. Every call ignored, every text unanswered. One source summed it up: this marriage was always going to end. Jeff simply chose to end it first. From that moment, their fairy tale love story mutated into a cold-blooded Netflix thriller, because while Jeff planned a $10 million wedding serenade, insiders whispered another truth. Lauren wasn't just stepping into the role of bride, she was quietly plotting a rebrand. Sources claim she lined up secret meetings, private photo shoots, even pitched a documentary series before the vows were spoken. One Hollywood insider revealed Lauren hinted at a luxury docu-series with a female, empowerment theme charting her journey from TV anchor to the wife of the world's richest man. She also reached out to fashion houses, luxury brands, and released hand-picked wedding photos without Bezos' approval. The breaking point came when a tabloid splashed a multi-page spread across its glossy covers, spotlighting Lauren's couture gowns, while virtually erasing the Bezos family. For Jeff, it was betrayal. For his lawyers, it was breach. One insider summed it up in one chilling line: she turned the wedding into her personal stage. In the eyes of Jeff and his legal team, Lauren's every move had become a direct threat to the Bezos brand. And within just 48 hours, her glamorous world was erased. Stylists vanished. Publicists went silent. Even one of her closest aides flipped sides, feeding Bezos' camp the secret plans she had been crafting for weeks. This wasn't a breakup. It was a calculated erasure. For a woman who once walked in borrowed crowns and designer heels, the fall back to reality was brutal. One moment she was striding through LAX like a runway star, sunglasses half hidden. The next, silence, no posts, no paparazzi, no whispers from sources close. Only the eerie quiet of someone suddenly cut off. But Lauren underestimated the power of the internet. The moment news of the lawsuit hit, along with whispers that she had begged Bezos to stop, media detonated. TikTok flooded with mocking memes. One clip showed her stepping off a yacht, the next cut to $5 billion lawsuit. Reddit erupted with threads titled "Jeff finally snaps." Twitter became a war zone. Hashtags like #BEZOS breaks free and #Lauren loses big, trending within hours. Even her most loyal fan pages abandoned her. One viral comment captured the mood. She treated marriage like a PR campaign, and got outplayed by the CEO of the ultimate game. And the cruelest blow: not a single ally spoke up. Not Oprah, not the influencers allegedly paid to promote the wedding, no friends, no defenders. It was as if the world had tallied the receipts and unanimously ghosted her. In desperation, Lauren contacted a top Hollywood publicist, begging for a reputation rescue. The response? Ice cold. Too late. This storm can't be turned around. From there, only blurry yacht photos and whispers of a hidden villa remained. Phones off. Plans in ashes. But insiders revealed this wasn't a sudden meltdown. It was months in the making. Bezos had seen the red flags early. Leaked photos, whispers of Lauren's rebrand. But instead of confronting her, he stayed silent. Smiled for cameras. Meanwhile, he was stacking legal chess pieces like a final boss. Quietly restructuring his fortune through shell companies. Untouchable in the blink of an eye. One lawyer put it plainly: this wasn't protection, it was a trap. And when those glossy, pre-arranged wedding photos hit the tabloids without Bezos' approval, it was checkmate. He had the evidence he needed. The $5 million Venice weddings. The one meant to crown Lauren as billionaire royalty was weaponized into the key exhibit in a $5 billion lawsuit. Barbaric, yes. Cold, absolutely. But for Jeff Bezos, every move is war. Less than a month after the wedding of the year, Lauren now faces financial ruin, public humiliation, and a dream media empire left in shambles. And the coldest moment of all? When she finally reached out, calls, texts, pleading for one last chance, Jeff didn't argue, didn't raise his voice. He uttered just two words. Short, devastating. Final. And in that instant it was clear. This was no emotional collapse. It was a premeditated trap, a flawless legal machine. And even her closest friends admitted Lauren had walked straight into it. The wedding became a spectacle, the prenup a weapon, and the lawsuit the final curtain call. Now Lauren has vanished, her team dismantled, her brand in ruins, her empire turned to ash, and the world already waiting for the next twist. Subscribe. Turn on notifications, because trust me, this billionaire war is only just beginning.